Good morning. This is David Connors from Drawbase Software. Today I'm delighted to be able to walk you through our first in a series of demonstrations to highlight Drawbase's integrated facility management functionality. Today we're going to be talking about space management and the capabilities of Drawbase for managing occupancy planning and full space management and chargeback administration. So we'll start off with, first of all, logging into Drawbase, and we'll highlight Drawbase's capabilities to provide a completely secure environment, including a login and password. Please note that this has the ability to authenticate against any standard login and password methodology. So we'll first start off by navigating through Drawbase's Map It capability, which allows a user to be able to create a user-definable navigation based on the organization's portfolio, with a focus on providing easy access to both the graphical floor plans and integrated space and asset management information. In this example, we're navigating through a portfolio in New Jersey, and we have an area highlighted in Harrisburg, and at any point in time I can proceed back and forth through my portfolio to be able to navigate through. So in this case, I've got this site highlighted. I'll back up, and we'll go ahead and select our New Jersey site again. And in this area, we're going to select our Parsippany location. And now ultimately, I've navigated down into our site within the South Jersey Medical Center. And you'll notice here that I have the ability to incorporate both different information, including photographs of building, ties to our website for lease and map directions. And then I have a vertical stack plan representing the different floor plans that are available for me to view. I'll go ahead and select our second floor, and then I'll ultimately navigate down into my floor plan level documentation of the building. In this case, we have highlighted different areas, which represents, in this example, the different departments. And you'll notice on the right-hand side, immediate access to both the square footage of the department and the percent of that group occupies within the overall space. Using my layer management, I have the ability to highlight just my space layers, or for users of AutoCAD, polylines, and now I've isolated just the boundaries that are used to define and calculate the square footage. I'll go ahead and navigate in, and we'll be able to highlight this in a little bit more detail. One of the unique aspects of Drawbase is fully integrating the database information along with the graphics that you're viewing here. So by selecting our Form to Object command, I select any room that I want to view, and you'll notice that we've highlighted the space form that is attached to each of these different workspaces. And the information that we track within Drawbase is completely user configurable. Here we're going to highlight the site, building, floor, and room, which ensures that each workspace or location has a unique identifier. And during our other series of presentations, you'll see with our integration with EAM and CMMS systems, this becomes a very important aspect to integrate with Maximo, Infor, SAP, Oracle, or any other EAM system. Along with that, we have the allocation information, and as we've discussed earlier, the ability to create both fields and views of what this individual client needs to manage is one of the keys to Drawbase. So in this example, Division Department Cost Center, you'll also notice that the system is tracking the square footage and square meters, which gives us the ability to do dual dimensioning. You notice if I go ahead and select my square footage, that is not a number that I can manually update. The key here is that is being driven directly from the definition within Drawbase, so that I will always have up-to-date information based on the boundaries that are being tracked in the architectural floor plans. The occupancy information we'll touch on later as we highlight in another session our Drawbase move management capabilities. Along with this, we have the ability to integrate with any financial data. In this example, this is coming from Oracle's ERP system to be able to highlight lease data, lease expiration, and what org is paying for or rented this space. If I go ahead and step back out, you now see our view. One of the keys to Drawbase is the ability to have intelligent spaces. And what we mean by that is the ability to be able to select an object. For example, here we've got a chair that's highlighted, and you'll notice that we are dynamically tracking the location at the bottom of the form. If we go ahead and we select that item to be moved by just using our quick move command, You'll notice that as I select that chair and move it into another room, as we go through the highlight process, you'll notice the text on the chair will update directly from room 177 to 179, which allows us to ensure that the assets, the people, IT information is automatically updated as I go through the move process. And to highlight that, finally, we go ahead and select the form again to the chair, and you notice that we now have it located in room 179. We'll go ahead and step back, and one of the key functionality in Drawbase is the ability to be able to view the space not only by the existing department, by being able to generate and track space by whatever variable a customer prefers. And in Drawbase, that's done through our Legend application, which allows us to be able to generate dynamic views of how the space needs to be viewed, whether it's by department, cost center, usage, size of space. So in this example, you'll notice that I've got our main Legend menu. And if I want to go ahead and take a look at a Legend, not based on department that's highlighted, but say by division, I just select that, hit Build It, and you'll notice that the system will go off, be able to reprocess all of these rooms, and then highlight the rooms not by department, but by the actual division that they occupied by. And this color coding is really a graphical element designed to highlight space. For those of you who use AutoCAD, it is not a hatching, but a dedicated color element designed to exhibit and to highlight how the space is broken down. So now you notice that our new Legend comes up, we've reprocessed all the information, and we'll have a whole new color palette being able to present how this space is broken down, and as I mentioned in this example, by division. So keep in mind, this is one example of the ability of Drawbase to dynamically color code the floor plan based on user variables. You also have a number of options to be able to highlight the space, increase it, decrease it, modify the legends, and these examples are designed to absolutely maximize the effectiveness of a user trying to maintain and to be able to present space based on different variables. You'll also notice that this also gives us the ability to be able to generate scenarios, which allows us to be able to take different views of the space without having to worry about, did I update my master file? So in this example, I'll go ahead and select a couple of spaces up here that currently belong to corporate, and actually change their assignment. So in this case, you'll notice that we are changing from corporate to administration. You notice that we are updating real time these spaces that have been assigned to administration, and you'll notice that both corporate and vacant have adjusted accordingly along with my administration space. And in this example, we could save this as a scenario, but one of the keys to Drawbase is using the security methodology is to allow a user to be able to work with the floor plan without worrying about modifying the master plan by mistake. And finally, under the space administration, we have the ability to generate not only color coding, but instant access to any of our standard space reports. So in this example, we have a space allocation report, which allows us to break down the space by usable, rentable, common area, and ultimately get to my floor factors. We also have the ability to look at it by allocation by floor. So in this example, a different view. And the key to this system is the fact that when these reports are selected, they are processed real time, ensuring the user gets up-to-date and accurate information. These are some examples, quick overview of Drawbase's space management capabilities. We'll take a closer look at some other detailed presentations in future sessions.